A deep drive today, heavy traffic. Let's go ahead and get going. We pulled off from the curb spot. Let's talk about making a left turn where the line is broken to my left. This is where you merge in, and then you want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. If you can't see the rear of the tires, we're too close. If we get rear-ended, we'll be pushed into this Ford Bronco, and we'll have the secondary crash. So keep them in front and behind. We also have a double yellow line. This means we can't pass. The white line tells us we should not be crossing this. In some provinces or states, you could get a ticket. That truck made the correct turn in the nearest lane by the double yellow. I like drivers to do the right things. Keep your turn as short as possible, so when you're making turns, it facilitates a smoother flow in traffic. I like my students to scan the area. We see the green light, yellow light, which is a blinking yellow, which means you can proceed up. This is a protected left turn. If it's clear, then we can make our left turn. If it's not clear, we wait until traffic clears, or we get our green solid arrow. So it's clear right by the double yellow. That's a good turn. That looks like the 2025 Chevy Trax. I'm not sponsored. It's a pretty cool design. Usually it's a little bit more boxy, a little bit more design. That's a really economical car for a first-time driver. Good morning. I need a number 2 large with the coffee 1 and 1 and a large ice water, please.
That'd be all for you?
Yes.
858 plus window.
Thank you. What's up, brother? Good morning. How are you?
All right. 8:58. Have a great day. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, these are so nice. Wow. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you very much. I think part of your driving journey is just, getting a breakfast in the morning. You got to drive to a downtown area. Now we got to look and check traffic. This is where it gets tough. You got to look and check traffic. You got to be aware. We want to try to go toward the middle lane if possible, but we're just waiting for traffic to go by. And then here's my gap. And then I turn. And remember, we want to go into the nearest lane. It's by the yellow. Then I need to pick up a mail for the client. Is this a service you provide? So I'm going to come up and stop. And I got to yield for traffic. So I'm going to go ahead and wait and yield. Yield means you slow down and allow cars to go by. We do have a long morning drive, but I want to show you what you really have to do sometimes before you even can go on your drive. If you borrow a car from your parent or guardian, well, you need to go do this or do that. You're like, I'm already running late. And then you're just covering your brake as you go around.
Good morning. Thank you, the Berkeley Rule. How may I help you?
Good morning. I just need the sandwich, the sausage and cheese biscuit. I just need the sandwich, and that's it.
You want the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit?
The sausage.
The sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Okay. 1 second. Okay.
That's it.
Was that help before 12 o'clock?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So these are some of the things you have to do. A lot of you think you can just jump in the car and go. You got to put gas in. You might have to drop off your little brother, sister, pick up your mom or dad. There's a lot of responsibility, and you don't see a lot of people talking about that. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Like receipt?
No.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you. It's a real nice lady, southern voice, southern charm, beautiful woman. Okay, seatbelt is on, I'm getting situated. All right. And then we still have to deal with traffic coming up. So pause. And when you're ready to get a car, your guardians usually will help you. You may get a car that's really old, but you still have a vehicle. If not, you're going to have to save money. And I read a lot of the comments. It's kind of mixed. So if you don't have a car that's handed down to you, you're going to have to work one of these fast food places, department store, something like that. You have to have money. And if you don't have money coming in, you will not be able to get a vehicle. And you have to have a vehicle to get to work unless you walk in the area or ride a bike. But that's really dangerous too. We had a pedestrian killed yesterday at a major intersection. So intersections are really dangerous. So you as a driver or potential driver, you have to make a decision. Am I going to have a vehicle that's used in the family? Most of the time your guardians or mom and dad will say, okay, use the vehicle, don't crash it, clean it up, here's $20. That's going to get you, fourth of a tank, less than half in the tank. Now you got to make decisions because you're going to be working, going to school. You can't keep using mom and dad's car. So now there are other decisions you have to make. Okay. You also have to know how to reverse in. Okay. We're dropping off the food for this client. So you got to know how to reverse in. You got to look over your shoulder. You got to turn your wheel and use your mirrors and back in slow. I'm turning slow. Ooh, I don't want to cut it too sharp because I'll hit a car. So I got to straighten back up. You see me? See the car coming? This is real. And then that's a little pressure. It's an old school Cadillac. And then I'm going to come up real easy. And it takes a little practice to back in. You see me turning this wheel. And I'm going to back in. You see me looking at the camera. I'm going to go up really easy. And I don't want to block myself in. So backing does take some time. You got to be able to turn the wheel, maneuver the wheel, and I'm going to pull up again. Make sure I'm in reverse. And now I'm going to go ahead and see me checking mirrors, right? And you got to know how to back in. See? And then I was able to back in. I took my time. You got to be aware. Cars coming to the left, cars coming to the right. You got to check your mirrors. You have to know how to maneuver the wheel and also be safe, cover your brake. That takes practice and time. And if you are patient enough to do that, you're going to be pretty consistent and do a good job. So consistency is important. Hand over hand to the right. If you back up and turn hand over hand to the right, the rear of the car will go to the right, the front will swing out to the left. This is the straight position. If you turn the wheel all the way to the left, the rear will go to the left, the front will swing out to the right. There are different hand positionings. You have 9 and 3, you have 10 and 2, you have 7 and 5. We're in North America. The National Highway Safety Transportation talks about the best hand position, and it varies on how long your arms are, how short your arms are. You want to be about 12 inches, 13 inches away from the steering wheel. There is an airbag. We're not trying to eat an airbag, okay? In the United States, we do hand over hand for slow speed maneuvers. You can do hand to hand. You can palm the wheel. You can do the underhand at throwing the car. I don't recommend that. You'll lose control. A lot of people make the wheel small. I don't do that. Some people even drive with their knee. I'm not good like that, and I don't recommend that because you will crash. You need to have both hands on the wheel and have control. On your road tests, you should drive with both hands on the wheel. At the end of the day, we have to think about the general public, what is safe, what is best for the public, because you're not just driving for yourself, but you have to think of others. Okay, this is going to be a tutorial. We're going to be going to a downtown metro area. We're going to see real traffic. I'll give you some pointers along the way. We're in a driveway, so the car started, seatbelt is on. Whenever you first get in the car, you want to start the car. My foot's on the brake. I've started the car. Doors closed, seatbelt is on. We are almost at we're 3/4 of a tank. So we have a fuel range of 252 miles. Some cars give fuel range, so we're good. If I want to drive to Chicago, Ohio, Illinois, I can do that. So I'm gonna pull out, looking left and right, and then I'll be making a right turn out. I don't want to cut it short, I'll hit cars. And then I'm gonna proceed down. I'm gonna squeeze my brake and stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. The reason I'm laughing, there's a car behind me and people don't stop. So you gotta be able to stop. I'm gonna come up and look left and right. And you can't just jump out, you will get hit. So there's a gap. I'm gonna accelerate through and you go into the nearest lane. So that's what it's really like. I kind of got on the gas. You heard the motor move a little bit. We are a day out, a couple days out from a holiday. This is one of the busiest times to drive, but also I want to give grace for a moment. A lot of people have lost their lives. In fact, we had a pedestrian get killed yesterday in our area at a major intersection because the pedestrian was not walking where they were supposed to. I'll find out more about the situation and get the facts from the police report. We don't want to just look on social media, Facebook, Instagram. I will get the police report and then report back how it happened, when it happened, because you want to be safe. And that could have been us walking. So walk at the crosswalk, walk with the light, and be a defensive driver. I'm gonna go through a variety of areas. This is a major thoroughfare. I'll be taking some expressway connectors. We'll get in heavy traffic. We're gonna go to a downtown location, come back, I'll take a different route. Our fuel range is still 253. I'm gonna scan it left and right. Hopefully all of you are doing well. I wanted to do this for all of you. I'm actually off until Friday, and then I have a professional development to talk about the safety of driving and how it can change adults and teens' lives, so I'll be doing that Saturday. This vehicle does have lane departure, and it actually has a little bit of a self-driving mode. Not full self-driving mode, but if I fell asleep on the wheel or wasn't paying attention, the car would actually drive on the road, then it would chime very, very loudly. This driver's carrying plywood. I have to make a decision. Do I want to be behind them? Do I want to increase my following distance? I'm going to make a lane change to the left. I don't want to be around them because that can come out. This is a one-way street. If you didn't notice, how can you tell? The signs are facing us. Traffic is going one way. We have broken white lines. This is a great video for a test. If you're coming to the United States, you are coming in, you're a new driver, you're experienced driver. Experienced drivers have 10 years or more experience. If you have 10 years or less, you're not experienced. You're not a master at driving. Also, I want to pay tribute to our military personnel. My cousin, she was in the military for over 10 years. And last year this time, actually on the holiday, we were driving toward her and her husband's house and to have a beautiful dinner. I have some pictures. I'll post those of the family so you can see it. But it does get emotional, and then that's when people drive stupid fast, you know, going 80 to 100 because they're late going to grandma's house or your uncle's house, and we all have the late cousin or late auntie who's fashioned to be late, and you're like, where is Uncle John at? And then you're driving 150 miles an hour or 120, and then you get a ticket for going 50 over the limit of 30, and then you get arrested. So you want to leave early, prepare. See how the car kind of cut over? They cut over, then use the blinker. So I'm feeling uncomfortable. Also, those cars have electronic steering. We drove one of those in the fleet, and the steering was not really good. So I'm just going to slow down. They're kind of giving me an off blinker here. This road is really curvy, kind of scenic, very nice, relaxing, but also can be very dangerous too. Our fuel economy is at 251 until empty. It says 89 miles per gallon for instant fuel economy, but you know that's not correct. And one of the most common colors that people have of the car is white. This car is white. A lot of these cars are white. So you see cars cutting over because they don't want to pause. You should have and learn more than one way to work, to home. I always tell my clients this. If this major thoroughfare was blocked, do you know a second, a third, a fourth way home? You'd be surprised. A lot of first-time drivers, adults and teens, and even the elderly, they only know one way home. So you gotta learn more than one way. This road will actually take us to the downtown area. If you look at a lot of maps, the downtown areas start near a major water source or traveling or international border, and then as the city expands out, they go out to the country. So we're heading to the downtown area. See, there's a pedestrian running through, getting ready to get run over. Why do people do that? Okay, it's so dangerous. The closer we get to downtown, the heavier the density of traffic will get, the more risk we will have. Risk pedestrians, delivery trucks, cars pulling out. Parking will be very tight, so you have to, like that car, you have to know how to parallel park. You have to know how to reverse in. These are the things that are weaknesses for all of us as drivers, and I try to really emphasize these in these videos and show you My fuel range is 250. I'm trying to keep space. I'm watching cars, brake lights, tail lights, people popping out, running across. There's a lot of people hit and killed in these types of roads throughout the country and throughout the world. I'm not speeding up to a light. When I teach adults and teens, they're driving like 50 and 60, and I'm saying to them, what color's the light? Oh, okay, now it's green, and the next light's red. Most of us are at about 45. That white Ford is doing about 50. Also, I like to keep the car a little bit on the cool side because if it's warm, you're going to fall asleep. And we're not trying to... Now, this is a hawk, not the bird. This whole apparatus right here, if I take the time to come back and hit the button, that whole Christmas tree traffic light setup will light up, and this is really to warn pedestrians. It's for pedestrians. So we do have some of these in our area, but that costs over $250K. This is another hawk right up here. Okay, where pedestrians walk, crosswalk, stop on red. One day I'll come out and show you that. Everything's real smooth. Curl on the left, curl on the right. Also, real quick about maintenance, you got to be able to take care of your vehicle. If you're traveling an hour or more, 2 hours or more, did you rotate your tires? Do you have the proper air pressure? You know, also, these tires could be inflated to about 37 pounds. I would get better fuel economy, and I'm going to revisit that later and put more air pressure in these tires. This will reduce our rolling resistance. I learned that from looking at some other videos on Teslas because they're heavier and they have the battery pack. So they use a special type of tire. Any tire is a Tesla tire, but they have tires. See how fast they're going? Cutting people off. Road rage, slamming brakes. No need for that. Okay? So they're putting us in danger right now. You get a chance to see that for yourself. And then you don't want to build bad habits of changing lanes, so they're either going to tailgate, as you see, changing lanes again, as you see, and then they put us all in danger. But to speak on the proper air pressure in tires, it's really important. I kind of overlooked that, but you've got to get your, see, they're just cutting over. So proper air pressure is critical for fuel economy and good performance. So you know me, I'm about fuel economy and performance. I'm gonna squeeze my brakes real easy. And what you don't see is, I always check these mirrors. They're selling those fake shirts. I always check mirrors. A lot of people are just not paying attention. So when we get back, we're gonna have to put some air in these tires. They're about 35, which is okay, but we can get them up to 37. Now this lane to the left does end, so if I just keep my space, I'll be able to blend in real easy. And that's what you're seeing right now. Right into the first lane. If you were driving with me as an adult or teen, I would get you in the first lane, let you settle down. Our fuel range is at 252. We're at 70. going to talk about all 3 lanes. So, you know, I'm actually going to get off this road, get back on the street, and then get back on so you can see what you're supposed to do. Typically in the morning, this is really packed, and it's nice to drive this variable. So I'm going to stay to the right. You got to be able to read guide signs and warning signs. I'm going to get off this exit, go down about a quarter of a mile, and then I'm going to get back on and head in the opposite direction. This is a service drive, so the speed limit's 40, so I'm right at 40. We're velocitized because we were traveling about 70. You're getting a lot of driver's education terms here, so you're really going to learn a lot. We got a blinking yellow, so we have to slow down, not stop, but slow down. And then we're going to be making a left turn. All these warning signs, pedestrians, you need to know what this means. I'm yield, I'm looking, I'm checking, and I can turn here. Now this means stop. A lot of beginners are very confused with this. Crosswalk traffic. Cross traffic does not stop, so I'm going to go up and look. I'm checking. There's a car coming. I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait for the car to go by. Then I have to yield for them. So this is really a good teacher moment. I'm just going to wave them by. Then I'm going to go ahead and go. See how it works? Okay, I wave them by. And then here's your service drive again. To the left with the gate that has a steel cable through it. So if in case a car tries to go through it, it won't be able to, such as that. Oh, that's scary. And then we got our warning signs of a yield ahead. And then you squeeze your brake, check your mirror, see the car go by. And then I gotta get all the way over to the left. My blinkers on. And usually there are a lot of people here who are panhandling. This means they're asking for money. Then I'm gonna squeeze my brake. It's very confusing here, so I do understand. It's 34 degrees, no wonder I'm cold. A lot of people get confused. To our left, we have a one-way sign. Traffic is going to the right. We can't make a left turn. People get confused. So that's a regulatory sign. Left turns are prohibited. There's obviously no parking here. Your car will get towed. This lane that a man's using me can go straight or turn left at the next road. I've had students turn in the wrong way and almost get us killed. There's the crash potential. There was a lot of pedestrians that walk here. This is going to take us right on to the interstate again. She was a bit of a hurry, so that's okay. My fuel range is 253. This is one of the most difficult things you got to be able to merge out. Travel, they suggest that you leave, in the morning, anytime after 1 o'clock. You're going to have crazy traffic. We're going west, and these are your chevron alignment signs. These are your chevron alignment signs. So I'm in the inside lane. I'm being aware of traffic. And I like to have good speed and good space. And then I'm going to turn on my blinker, I'm going to check my blind spot, and I'm going to get out to that first lane. It's a pretty good merge. I'm lifting my foot, readjusting my speed. We don't have to drive 80 or 90. We're not late going to go see Grandma in Tennessee. We're not late to work. But I want you to get settled in this first lane. And then eventually we'll change lanes. You can see people tapping brake lights. That has me concerned. I'm keeping my space. I'm looking for an out. So I'm still looking right now, and I'm just going to stay here in this area. A lot of people would hit the gas really hard and speed up. I don't know if that's the police to the left. Imagine if I would hit the gas and went really, really fast and cut over 2 lanes. See the police? See what would have happened? I would have got a ticket. That's real life. That car ahead of us could get pulled over. So you're seeing real life in action right now. So that's why you don't want to play, you don't want to clown, because you're going to get a ticket. And then that's going to ruin your day and ruin your driving record. So you just want to stay settled in. And now I'm semi-open. I'm in this truck's blind spot. 4, left side, right side, front and back. So we want to keep moving from the semi-truck. So I'm just going to sit here right now. Keep moving. I feel safe in this lane. There are cars merging on. We're moving pretty good here. The police and that pack of cars, they're doing about 15 over. So the officer may pick and choose, they may give people breaks, but I'm not trying to have my driver's license depending upon the kindness or emotions of an officer. So I'm going to get over 1 lane, be smooth and easy. If you're looking at the other view, you see me checking mirrors, there's a beautiful electric Chevy coming up. And I'm going to stay here and be smooth in this middle lane. Fuel range is 252. You see that beautiful EV? I'm going to try to drive one of those. It's nice. That white Equinox, that's all electric, baby. Get a chance to see new technologies, and it's pretty affordable. I kind of like the Tesla better. So we're just going to cruise here. And notice I'm set. I'm in the middle lane now. I feel more secure. We had an example. If I would have merged out and hit the gas really hard doing 80 or 90, I would have got a ticket. And that would have sucked. And that would have messed up me as an instructor. You get a chance to see real life. But I want you to see this. And that vehicle to the right, that's a Ford F-150 Lightning. electric. And you notice I'm not in the pack of cars. Stay away from the wolf pack. Not a wolf like an animal, but all these cars ahead of us, they're in a pack. Yep, that's that electric vehicle. I've talked to several engineers that say we're about 10 years out from truly getting the country with chargers and things set up at the home and availability. So, but I love technology. I feel smooth and comfortable. Eventually I'll get to the left lane, no hurry right now. Fuel range is at 250. So this will give you a good perspective of the fuel economy if you watched it from the beginning. I think we started about 253 or 256. And I'm holding at the speed limit, trying to be consistent as possible. Some cars are going 10 over, 12 over, as you see. Some cars are going a little bit slower. I'm trying to be consistent. There's a semi-truck up there, a hazardous material carrier, so eventually I'm going to change lanes. I still can't get the temperature of the car right. My hands are still cold. I still feel cold. So I'm trying to get the temperature right. Because you want to be comfortable in the car. If you're going on a long drive, you want to feel safe. You know, make sure everything is good. So for some reason, I'm using more fuel now. I'm at 249. And I'm trying to really be consistent. And some of you will drive it like this. Some of you will drive way faster and you're going to burn more fuel. Some of you will drive a little bit slower. I don't want to tailgate this vehicle. Eventually I want to get to the left lane, but I can't right now because traffic is moving too fast and I'm losing my space, so I'm going to back off. And then eventually I'll make a lane change, but this is where confusion and frustration and anxiety get in. I want to be in the left lane, but I can't get over there right now. If I go to the right lane, I'll be cut off with cars merging on. So you can kind of see right now, this is where a beginning driver, less than 10 years of experience, it's like, what do I do? Well, you increase your following distance and you wait. So you get a chance to see what it's really like, and you can see me looking around, checking mirrors, but I'm keeping my following distance, and eventually I will get over to the left or right lane, but now I'm kind of stuck. You don't see many real life lessons like this, so I'm really showing you this, and I'm still waiting. Some of you are saying, just put on the blinker and go. I'm not trying to cut off cars. It's a beautiful hawk up there. So I'm still waiting. It's a beautiful Tesla, looking good. Traffic is starting to go by. Still waiting. Teslas, BMWs, F-150s. It's a lot of traffic. Now I got to make a choice. Do I stay behind the truck? No. There's another EV. I'm going to get over and then accelerate through. Now I can pass this hazardous material carrier. Alberta, they're really far away. So driving is about decisions, and a lot of beginners just don't make decisions. So I'm in the left lane. We're getting more and more traffic as we're heading to the metro area. That's electric vehicle. We got one in front, one to my right. A lot of your metro areas, Metro Detroit, Metro Houston, Texas, Metro Los Angeles, California, you go from 3 lanes to 5 lanes. Yep. So it's definitely a different vibe. The line to the left is to warning. I'm all the way on the left side. We got more semi-trucks. This is how it was in Houston, Texas, and stuff. More oil rigs, agriculture. So I'm just trying to stay away from these trucks and keep it moving. Fuel range is 248. I'm in a gasoline powered, but it would be interesting to have an actual dual screen, and then if I was in an electric vehicle, no matter what type, just to see what my range would be. And I'm holding about 55. Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Chicago. A lot of areas have a lot of rundown homes, and you see a lot of poverty, a lot of blight. You see old high schools that used to be incredible incubators for student athletes. They're now just empty buildings that are gutted. Sad. I know many of you would just change 3 or 4 lanes and cut over, but I'm trying to show you a really smooth perspective. Because if you are traveling 3 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, you're trying to get fuel economy, or you may say, hey, I'm going to try to make this 10-hour drive in 8 hours or 5 hours. You really can't. I mean, you might be able to cut off half an hour here or there. See this area really open up in a few minutes. And for many of you, you're going to be overwhelmed. And if you haven't been to a downtown area, I will be overwhelmed. You're going to see heavy volumes of traffic in a moment. Beautiful architecture too. Trying to be consistent, staying consistent. If I wanted to go to Chicago, I would just stay straight. You can see the beautiful skyline. This is the Motor City, baby. You're coming through here right now. Okay. Henry Ford, Renaissance. It's real. If you're not from the city, you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you're from the city, you're like, go ahead, get it. So you're going to see all this traffic. So I'm trying to keep my space and slow down. It's going to be very overwhelming in a moment. So I'm trying to increase my following distance. See this garbage truck. Cars cutting in and out. Airport 17 miles away, 15 minutes. Hundreds of thousands of people traveling. So I'm just being aware. Carhartt to the left, born in Detroit, 1889. There's a lot of rich history, beautiful architecture, structure. It's beautiful down here. Okay, so I'm heading the right way. Turn on my left turn signal. I'm going to take this ramp. We're going to hit Wayne State. D-League team here. Wayne State Warriors. This bridge is really curvy. You can see the beautiful skyline. It's so beautiful. And if you love cities, this is it. If you're lost, you're saying, holy crap, where am I? So I'm on another expressway, and things are happening quick. Mike Illich School of Business too is down here, beautiful building. I have not been there though. And then there's a casino where people lose their money, and then also they could get robbed because they're not practicing safe protocol. I told you we go into the city. Ford Field is coming up to the right. And my eyes are open more. Trust me, there's a lot going on here. Thank you for that. We're in the city, baby. We're here. Renaissance, Ford Field, Motor City Casino. And these are these downtown areas. So if you don't know how to drive, you're overwhelmed, you're lost. There's the Motor City, baby. Motor City Casino. We'll try to get on Jefferson and maybe go through the area and come back. If I stay to the right, that'll take me to Flint and Toledo. We're going straight. This is the Lodge, and this is going to take us to downtown Detroit. You got to read signs. So I'm just trying to stay in one lane. I haven't been here in a while. Okay, I'm gonna get over in one lane. It's a beautiful city skyline. See these beautiful buildings. Telling them to Canada. We are not trying to go to Canada. Oh, the crane. You can see it. They're up there doing work, man. So I'm going to stay in this middle lane. If I go to the right, that'll take me to Canada. I do have an enhanced license. I am not trying to go there. Freeway in, signal ahead. You see all the building they're doing in the city. Thank you, Mayor Mike Duggins. A lot of you like this. You remember when you were little, going through the tunnel. Okay, I'm gonna get over. Things about to happen, baby. Woo! There's the Renaissance. What's up? We're in the city, baby. Proud, Motor City. Look at how beautiful that building is. We here, man. We here. Hart Plaza. Detroit Lions. We're here. Isn't that building beautiful? Look at that, man. We in the city. Across is the Detroit River. Across there in Windsor. Got the Pure Mover. But now this is when you get overwhelmed. You're like, where am I? Am I lost? Okay, we're on Jefferson. We're going west. If we take this straight, this will take us back through some suburban areas. We'll follow the river, take us back to a suburban area, or we could get back on the expressway. I'm going to do a little bit of both. But that is the Renaissance. It is so beautiful. But General Motors is going to be moving from there, and then they might be tearing this down. What a shame. I've been inside there before. I need to go up to the top. I'll make a video, I promise. Okay, I need to get up to the top, and there's a restaurant called The Summit that's up there. I get a view. So this is what it's like, baby. We here. And I have taken clients down here before. We do travel. So you got to know what you're doing, man. Beautiful area. The tunnel's coming up to the right. You can see the signs over there. Guide signs. I do have an enhanced license if we wanted to go through there. I don't have any illegal weapons or anything, but they'll ask me, what am I doing? Yep. Got the EVs over there being plugged up. And I'm going to stay in this lane to the right. And just take you through here a moment so you can see the beauty. Beautiful buildings here. A lot going on in the city. I'm only going to speak positive today, baby. A lot of people want to hate on the city, but I'm going to speak positive. They're doing a lot of things positive. Yes, I have a tear in my eye. And we're just driving through here. Really beautiful. So, this is Jefferson. One of the main roads in the metro. We're in downtown Detroit, the metro area. You can see for yourself all the beauty, things that are going on, the incubator, businesses. You got your Ford dealerships, General Motors, you got your city buses. We want to make the city proud. Detroit versus everyone, baby. That's what's up. So we're just scanning, seeing some beautiful buildings. I'll take you down a couple blocks. The Detroit River's to my right. Across the Detroit River, we have Windsor, Detroit Police, trying to keep it safe in the city. Gas is $2.79 a gallon. Jefferson Chevy. The no-tell motel. We're just keeping it real with you. If you don't need to know. If you know what I'm talking about, put yes in there. Squeezing brakes. There's a lot of open buildings for businesses, rent. I should take you down on the riverfront a little bit. There's Aretha Franklin. She's passed, but that's a picture of her over there. And you can't get this nowhere else except in Detroit, Michigan. So those of you who are watching, you're getting a treat right now. So it's really beautiful here. And then you get a chance to reflect on what Detroit has been through, and then the future is bright. Mayor Mike Duggan said he's not going to run for another term. He's done so much for the city. It's incredible. Detroit, House of Pancakes. We don't have time to stop there right now. We're just scanning. If I stay on this road, this would take me through Metro Detroit into some areas called Grosse Pointe Farms. Beautiful homes. You see the beautiful architecture of buildings. It's really, really beautiful. And if you have a chance once in your life to drive to these big cities, Metro Detroit, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, you need to go ahead and do that. But many of you won't because you don't want to drive. WGPR is a radio station. Robinson Furniture. And then during the summertime, you see a lot of cars, beautiful car shows, motorcycles. They're racing light to light. Those days with me are long gone. There's another electric vehicle. So there's a sense of pride. I think when you come down here, if you really love your city, you love cars, you love people. And then Detroit King High School. A lot of good athletes come out of there. In the city, baby. And then I'm gonna have to turn around. I don't want to go too deep. And then of course there's the Chrysler Jefferson plant where they build the Hellcat and Trackhawk, and they've been issues with them stealing. Oh man, I done messed up. So I think this road is open. I'm not sure. I have to get over it. Then if we stay on this road to the right, there's Belle Isle. That's actually an island. It's really beautiful. I'm okay. I was a little scared because I saw the construction here. So I'm gonna have to turn around. So you see how things happen really fast? Belle Isle is to the right, and then I'm gonna take this J-turn and come up here. If you just popped in, we in downtown Detroit, baby. Okay, we seeing it all. Electric cars, Hellcats, Trackhawks, good and bad. And then Nikki's Coney Island. You can see the beautiful Renaissance there, baby, in the background. Okay, it's like we can touch it. And then over Christmas break, I'm gonna drive back here in this area. We're gonna go to the top of the Renaissance. There's a beautiful restaurant called The Summit, and you can see the whole city and Windsor. So I'm gonna give you that treat. So now we're in this heavy construction. I really want you to see what it's like. So if you had a chance to drive with me, I would take you here. I want you to see this area. See how beautiful the city is. There are a lot of good things about it, but bad things about it. But we're gonna stay on the positive. So they got food trucks over there, entrepreneurship. I may get you guys down to the waterfront. I just have to take one of these streets down. And if I can find one, I'll go down there because I'm not here in this area often. You can see how beautiful the city is. So beautiful. And then they have a lot of apartments and condos. I'm going to go ahead and get us over here on the street right here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn. Okay, I'm going to take this down. Chicago's like this, New York's like this, but we're in Detroit today, baby. Look at that beautiful, beautiful apartment, man. So nice. That's the clients live over here. They do a lot of movies down here, but a lot of it's done in New York and Los Angeles. We need to have more filmmakers coming to Metro Detroit. See how beautiful it is? Okay. And we're just going to take one of these roads down. And we're by the waterfront. So I'm going to stop here. Okay. And we know this dead ends. Okay. Center from Human Resources. I'm going to go ahead and down here just for educational purposes. And then I'm going to have to back up. So I'm going to show you got to reverse. If I go straight, but I can't, that's the Detroit River, and across there is Windsor. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this thing in reverse. And then I got to look back. I can use my backup camera. And I'm going slow. My right arm is on the seat. This is going to turn my torso. You see me holding the wheel straight. And you got to know how to back up, baby. I could have did a 3-point turnaround, but I'm just trying to show you what you have to do. And if you can't do these maneuvers, you're not going to make it. I'm going to go ahead and pull over here to the right for a moment. Pause. Put this boy in park. It's really very intense down here. It's very beautiful. I haven't been here in a long time. And to see the city, I'm really not doing it justice by just driving through here and showing you guys a brief part. This really is a whole series, to be honest, with you guys. Just trying to get settled in a second. So you feel a sense of pride, you feel overwhelmed, you really feel how small you are in terms of your physical presence, because when you see these huge, beautiful buildings, you're like, wow, okay. And if you are from Detroit, if you're from Chicago, if you're from Dallas, Texas, if you're from Los Angeles, California, you get a chance to see these areas. So I'm just pausing for a second and just admiring the beauty and then planning my next move. I got to get back on the main road. I got to get back on Jefferson, and then I got to find an expressway. There's several M10 to Lodge that could take me to Davison, and then I can cut over to 75 and take 75 around. I could get on Jefferson to take 75 to 94. I could take 375 and go around the city. But a lot of people won't see this because they have bad perceptions of Detroit or any metropolitan city. There are always good things and bad things, so we're going to stay on the positive. And you see a lot of apartments, condos being built. There is some gentrification where older people, low-income people being pushed out. That's a whole nother series. We're talking about driving today, being in a city. If this resonates with you, give it a thumbs up. I'm just pausing for a second just to take in this beauty. It's really overwhelming, and it's really it gives you grit. You know, we're thinking about the Detroit Lions and the grit. They're 10-1 right now. We're not promising anything could happen, but we're just pausing for a second. And you know, less than a quarter of a mile away, I'm in another country, Windsor, across the Detroit River. I do have an enhanced license, so if I wanted to go over there, I could just take the tunnel over. You should probably say, you should go. You're already here. it costs money. I do have my debit card, and then I can go do the tunnel. I've always wanted to do a video like that. I could just take the tunnel across, drive around downtown Windsor, and if you want me to do that, just type yes. Then I could take the bridge back across. That would be beautiful. I've wanted to do some videos like that too. But we're just chilling for a moment, thinking about the beauty and just taking a breath. So if you were driving with me, I know that you do not have an enhanced license and you have a permit. So in order to go to Canada, you got to have your enhanced license. I have my enhanced license. I have an ID. So they may say, what is your business? I would say, well, I'm just going to drive through downtown Windsor. If I'm looking nervous or sweaty or look weird, they're going to pull me over and they're going to ask me to get out of the car. They're going to search me, search the car. Occasionally they pull over random cars like that. We have nothing illegal in the car. Our fuel range is 252. It's 8:39 Eastern Standard Time. What time is it near you? So it's really beautiful here. I'm going to drive around a couple blocks, let you see some things, and then we're going to get you back on the road here. But if we were down here, I would have you just make right turns and left turns. We're going to pull off Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Then we got a four-way stop here. And I'm going to go up as far as I can. A lot of beautiful condos down here too. They're really expensive though. This beautiful picture in the Renaissance is so beautiful. So you know I'm in downtown Detroit. Can't make this up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop, pause. And I'm gonna see if I can get down further to the water. Let's go ahead since we're here, right? That's that ion. Okay, you see where we are? Detroit River's right up here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. This is a four-way stop here. Obviously, there are no cars there. The Wise Decision Performance Wellness Center. Parking is a premium. So we're going to try to get down to the water as close as possible. So beautiful. Yep, here it is. There's the Detroit River. And this is privately around. Do a three-point turnaround. Oh, someone's on a boat there. Let me do a three-point turnaround. I'm gonna reverse back. Thousand River Place Drive. I'm expecting to see someone on the boat. So if you do not know how to do three-point turnarounds, parallel park, you won't be successful down here. So you see me doing it. We take a few other streets down too. Does this street go through? Nope. I have not been down here in years. And there's a lot of building and construction, a lot of financial opportunities too if you have the money. I'll pause. The Edwin Inn and Delta L Tom Riverfront neighborhood. A lot of new construction here I've never even heard of. They're from Illinois. I'm gonna go through here, see if I can get through here. See how small these streets are? Downtown Detroit, downtown New York, downtown Houston, Texas. Detroit is an older city though. I had to ride away. I'm just gonna go slow. These little speed bumps. City Shield Security Service. That's those rent-a cops. I'm last here, so I'm gonna make a left. I'm gonna pause. They have a stop sign, so I'm trying to get down to the river. Oh yeah. Woo! It's cold, baby. It's 37 degrees out here. Make sure you appreciate. Always stop. I stopped. A lot of security cameras down here. Beautiful buildings. Eminem has shot a lot of videos down here. I don't know if I can go down here. 300 River Place. See a lot of electric vehicles, so I'm gonna go down here. I'm probably gonna have to turn around, but that's okay. Lady walking her dog. Yeah, I got to turn around. I don't know if I can go through here. Parking. So I'm gonna have to turn around, man. Okay. I don't see anyone in there. I don't see anyone in there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. Okay, here we are, baby. Detroit River, man. Oh yeah. See this? Got that e-bike. So beautiful. Detroit River Walk. This is beautiful. Let's just pause for a minute. See how beautiful this is? We just pause for a minute, get in all this beauty. I see security coming. Look like they're gonna check me. Oh, they turn it. Oh, thank God. See more security here. I think I need to. I'm getting a little nervous here. This is a one-way. I'm gonna have to turn around. I want to show you this. It's so beautiful. We're down by the Detroit River Walk, and that's the Detroit River. Across the Detroit River, we have Windsor, Ontario. So I just want to show you this. I believe that I'm on a one-way street, so I'm probably going to have to turn around. I think a car is waiting for me, but I want to pause and let you see this a moment. It's like this car is waiting for me. I'm gonna have to turn around. These are for guests only. So I'm gonna have to turn around. So beautiful here. Hey, does this road go through? Can I just drive around and go out? Do you know?
I believe so. This is my first time here, but I think, yeah, if you go around that little turnaround,
Right.
it'll take you back out.
Thank you, brother.
No problem.
All right, really beautiful area here. If you're not sure, you gotta ask. So this is a beautiful area through here. We're not trying to pay. How often do you get a chance to see all this, right? And I'm not trying to stay here and pay money. Oh, thank God. I was getting a little nervous here. Okay, we're okay. But you got to know these little areas like this and to deal with it. So, but you can see a lot of wildlife down there. Also, they say deer and wolf and hawks are making a comeback. So we had a chance to drive around this full area, and then of course we got to stop and pause. Okay, we know we're going the right way. Same building. So parking is mandatory. Parallel parking, stall parking, 3-point turnaround. It's no plan. It's not like we got cones here. Either you're going to park or a bus is going to come or a delivery truck. And then people panic. So I'm just going slow. I see the delivery person, door swinging open. Just taking my time. I want you to hear the sights and sounds of the city. I'm going to scan in left and right. This is real. You talk about real observations, because if you don't look, I'm going to have to turn around and go down there. I'm going to turn in, do that 3-point turnaround, come in, put this board in reverse, look, see me turn in this wheel. We're not playing. This is real skill sets, baby. Don't be playing. We're gonna make that right turn. We looking, checking. We're going down. Try to get down, touch that building, touch that Renaissance, man. It's real. City, baby. We'll go down as far as we can. See a lot of electric cars. Cadillac. Also repossessions. All right. So this is a four-way stop, and I'm gonna take it straight. Ahead of us is we're in Detroit, Michigan. The Renaissance is 37 degrees. It's cold, baby. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna go down as far as we can, and then I'll cut back and get on Jefferson again. These speed bumps were here before, but they put them here now because you have a lot of reckless drivers. Really beautiful. I'm just trying to take my time. Boy, it is. I've been to that building before. You don't want to have a flat tire down here, real talk. And if you do, you better know how to change it. Paused. I'm looking, I'm checking. I do a lot of videos down here. It's the casino across the Detroit River. You can see the beautiful Renaissance, Detroit, Michigan. General Motors, but they're going to be moving, and they're going to probably tear down the Renaissance that's ahead of us. So I'm just taking, this is Franklin, pause, and then you see these buildings to the right. They'll be torn down. Owners have bought this, but they're just sitting on them, and the city is not in, really in the real estate business, but they've bought a lot of these, or it takes a lot of time for this stuff to go through the court. But these buildings are just sitting here. They could be torn down and made into businesses. So we're just going through. I'm just telling you, you don't want to have a flat tire down here. Okay? You know life. We're not making this up. This is not no AI stuff. We are here, baby. And you're like, wow. Yeah, me too. I already know. We in crazy danger. So I'm going to pause here. I'm taking you through. But you see what it's like. But we on a positive deal. We're not on anything negative. I'm gonna pause. We're gonna go through. Yeah, we on Franklin. If these streets could talk, buildings for sale. This could be restaurants, studios. The economic opportunity is endless. Private property, windows broken. No telling what's in there. We're just taking our time. Closer to the Renaissance, baby. A lot of condos down here too, right off the water, but it's crazy expensive. I'm gonna pause again. A lot of squirrels down here. All this is new. New to me, I haven't been here in a while. See, we get closer and closer to the Renaissance, man. Isn't this incredible? All these buildings are closed. I'm sorry, it looks like they're not occupied. They built all this stuff, but no one moves down here, so it kind of makes you think. I'm trying to go down as far as I can. You should be able to see how beautiful the building is. Good morning. Hey, we're in downtown Detroit. What's up, my girl? Okay, you looking at the Renaissance right now. We keeping it real. I told you I would do this real drive. Okay, if you were with me, we're in downtown Detroit. You're looking at the Renaissance in downtown Detroit off of Jefferson. To our left is the Detroit River. We're looking at the Renaissance. I don't know if you've ever been here to Detroit, Michigan, but we had a chance to go here. Really beautiful. Little Caesars, arenas down here. We have other condos down here. And then they're going to have the North American auto show. So I definitely want to come here. I haven't been to an auto show 8, 10, 12 years. Come here to this state, make some live content. But there are a lot of beautiful condos down here, but a lot of people have not moved here for various reasons. But I'm not here to talk negative about the city. I'm here to be positive when we're talking about driving and inspiration. It's 37 degrees. I'm here freezing for you guys, but it's good. Our fuel range is 242. Jay, if you were here, you got to know how to change a flat tire. I'm going to make a left turn. I'm going to take you through and show you. We up here, baby. There's a lot of open areas of land. Okay? I'm going toward the Detroit River. Beautiful condos to the left. No telling how much the rent is. It's got to be over 1,000. This could be low-income housing, but it's still very high. Beautiful. New construction down here. We're down here by the Detroit River Walk. I'm going to pause. I think we can drive here. This is Atwater. We're on Atwater, so I'm going to go ahead and make that turn. And I am going to turn around, so I don't want to get lost. That's the Renaissance, baby. So beautiful. Love the city. To the right, this lane to the right here is the bike lane. You got all these electric scooters. Of course, people down here, burning rubber and all this. So we'll go down a little bit, then I'll turn around. Yep. It's time for me to, as I said, over the Christmas break, I'm going to come back to here, get in the Renaissance, take it up to the top. Also, every year they have like a contest. You take all the stairs up to the top. We lost a fireman who had a heart attack, massive heart attack, but they do a contest to take the steps all the way up to the top. And then there's a restaurant called The Summit. I want to get up there, make some content, make some videos. I do have an enhanced license also too, so I can go over the Windsor, but I'm not trying to do that today. We're just talking about driving in the area, and then I'm good. And then I wonder if this parking is free. I'm not trying to park though. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. Then I'm gonna reverse. You gotta know how to do 3-point turns. We not playing. It's so beautiful. There's a lot of beauty. There are a lot of abandoned buildings still. There's a lot of condos. It's just big patches of land. And that's the thing that a city development team needs to work on. Bro, it's cold. I'm gonna go back the same way I came. I don't want to get lost down here. It's really easy to get lost. So take it from me. Go on routes that you know. Make sure you're safe. I'm gonna stop. And then I'm gonna make a left. We know we're going the right way because of these buildings. There are beautiful condos in that building to the left, but they're crazy expensive, like $1,500, $1,800, $2,500. That's a house, but some people choose to live down here. My cousin once lived down here, and then I believe she moved to Atlanta, Georgia. That's another story. I'm gonna pause. Okay, you gotta know how to parallel park if you're gonna live down here. We're in the city of Detroit, downtown Detroit. And we just drove to the riverfront. Renaissance is to the left. It's a shame they're gonna tear down that building because General Motors is gonna move out. I'm here first. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna move up. And I'm gonna pause here a second. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here a second. It's so beautiful here. Like, but beauty is a relative term. A pig could be beautiful to a farmer. But I just wanted to pause a second and let you guys see this beautiful beauty of the city. And there's no other way to put it. In a moment, I'm going to have to get back on a major road, which is Jefferson, and I'm going to have a choice. You got to know more than one way to get home. And for a lot of you who are seeing this, you're like, okay, I've never seen Detroit. What is he doing? I'm down by Jefferson. Jefferson is right ahead of me. Behind me is the Detroit River. And also across the Detroit River is Windsor. And I'm just pausing a second. Kind of give you my perspective. And it's really nice to see the city. And a lot's going on. They're building up. So I'm just pausing a second here. I love cars and I like to see what's going on. So I'm just going to turn my four ways on a second and chill here. And if you stay here long enough, you're going to see people just coming out. Delivery trucks, people riding scooters, people walking. It's really nice. If you're not from the city, you're saying, man, it's getting scary here. There are people coming out. And you do have those randoms coming out. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's all in your perspective. You don't want to be vulnerable and you do not want to be a victim. I will say that. So that's a defensive mindset. But if you get a flat tire here, you need to be able to pull over. You need to know how to change it. And then keep it moving. So you got to have your plan A or B ready, and your phone's got to be charged because we do not want to be caught here slipping. That's real. My morning is going really good, Jay. I'm off basically to Sunday, and I'm going to set up the stand store today. We're going to reach out, communicate. It's going really good. Got up, got some quick food, made some content, drove, took different routes. I'm here at downtown Detroit. We're talking about it. I should drive around a little bit more so you can see it, and that's what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going to do a 3-point turnaround, and you just see an outside view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a left turn, and then I got to turn the wheel all the way to the right. So Jay, if you were here, I would make you do this, right? And then I'm turning the wheel all the way to the left, and then I did my turn. So straight out in front is the Detroit River, across is Windsor. I'm going to make a right turn and go down a little bit more. And you're going to see this huge, beautiful building. That's the Renaissance. So, Jay, if you were here, you see the Renaissance. What's up? Beautiful city, baby. And then a lot of people have condos down here, but you got to have money to tear down these buildings. So I see a lot of new development. And then what you see to your left is the Renaissance. You know, Lee's Garage, OG space available, probably way overpriced. But to have a building like that with architecture structure, to touch a building that's over 50 years old is incredible. Okay, so some people down here, urban dwellers, you can see it. There's the Renaissance. It's coming up there, baby. Work zone ahead. So we're getting closer. And then, you know, Jay, remember we talked about MAREX, Human Services, Education, Children, Support, Families, Rebuilding, Neighborhoods. These are some of the social service programs that I was talking about that we're going to help locate to get you going, get you on the road. So what I'm going to do is turn around. I'm letting my phone charge up. I'm going to turn around here. I'm going to do this little reverse. This is for staff only, so I'm not trying to get my car towed. Whoop, there's a car coming. Okay, looks like they're waiting for me. All right. So, Jay, that's why you got to know how to turn this wheel. You got to know how to drive, really maneuver your vehicle. But there's the social service program building to the right. We can go in there and, get information. Beautiful area. See some beautiful cars here. I like buildings. I like architectural structure. So it's really nice. I see more than just the alleyway in the city of Detroit. This building would be nice to have a garage, service center, but it's probably $500,000 for a building, and I'm not trying to pay that. This is a four-way stop, all-way stop, so I'm gonna pause. There's a fire hydrant to the right, so I'm looking left, looking right. I'm gonna go ahead and go, looking, checking. Then I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna pause here again. I can park here. I can't park up any further. Put the four ways on. So I wanted to show you those buildings, the Renaissance, economic opportunities. For people who have the money, you can buy these old buildings, update them. They probably have asbestos in there and other things that need to be taken out, which are very expensive. So for many of us who don't have the money, it's out of our reach. So that's why education is so important. I keep telling all of you this: education, education, education. And then learn entrepreneurship, urban and city planning. And then you see car haulers. They're coming to pick up those Hellcats and Trackhawks and Ford Mustangs because we're in the city of Detroit. And they do manufacturing, baby. And you get a chance. Some of the cars you're driving are from Detroit. Made in Detroit. Detroit versus everybody. It's a lot of pride. So I'm planning my route. And when you're driving, you got to know more than one way to get home or get to your next location. Or imagine you went to Wayne State and you went out for lunch and then you got lost, and you got a test at 10 o'clock and you lost. It happens. We had some clients there's that security again. Okay. So I'm not lost. Yeah, you looking at me. It's okay. I'm good, brother. But you see it being heavily patrolled down here, which is great. And you see those creepy white vans also too. I'm just keeping keeping 100 with you. All right, we're gonna turn off our four ways. We have to go up and make a left. I had the wheels turned all the way to the right, and then if I hit the gas, I would have went over the curb. That's a limited edition Ford F-150. The Detroit Lions, they got a Mach-E Mustang in here too. So this main road is Jefferson. This is going to take us back out through the city. I'm going to go ahead and make that turn. So we're in downtown Detroit, River Mart. We're on Jefferson. To my left is the Renaissance. This is where it is. So if you know how to drive, you know how to manage through here. If you don't, you're going to be very overwhelmed. So I try to take an imbalance in perspective. Renaissance is very beautiful. Detroit Housing Commission, right? Trying to find housing. The guide signs tell us we're going to get back on 75, so you got to be able to read. And 75, we want 75 north. So we got a lot of people here, right? So we know we're going the right way. He's got his beer bottle there, but he's wanting money. I'm not judging. I'm gonna go straight across. And take this on the expressway. And we're gonna be merging on. So you get a chance to see this. This is no regular merge. We're merging from downtown Detroit. So there's a lot going on here. And I'm going to stay in the first lane. Scanning, checking traffic. There's Ford Field where the Detroit Lions play 10-1, baby. And you gotta know more than one direction. So we're gonna keep moving. Houston, we have a problem. They cut him. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. This is heavy downtown traffic. So we in the city, they don't care. See, the car almost cut them off? That's real, baby. We not playing out here. There's a youth home where some of the Detroit youth are locked up. I really want you to see this. Lexus Velodrome. There's a lot of things going on. To be an electrician, so he used to work on all these buildings when I was little. Beautiful churches. And I used to work in that building. Used to be a probation officer, getting young youth who were locked up, taking them to the intake center. So we're going to stay on 75 going south. Our fuel range is 237. That's an older Tesla. They're still good though. Oh, Holbrook, Kniff. Detroit Animal Shelter, man, nothing but pit bulls over there. That's the main a lot of people have for protection. Yep, that's the new building. Michigan Humane Society. I don't want to get sad and cry and go over there, but we need to go see that too, man. I love dogs. We have a lab at home. Her name is Lola, yellow lab, sweetheart. So it's her home. We don't need another one in, but we should have got another one. Makes you sad to see the city, also makes you happy. You kind of have mixed emotions. You know, are they going to be okay? They'll be okay. You know, still so much to do. Mayor Mike Douglas has done a fantastic job, but he said he's not going to go for another term. If you're not from the city, you don't care and you don't really know. You just hear what you see on TV and you think it's bad, and there's murders, and it's just, there are a lot of bad things, but also some good things. I'm trying to keep moving and not mess with these trucks. So Jay, if you would hear, I would say keep pushing, don't play. There's Davidson. We could take Davidson across too, but we're going to stay on 75 and take a different route. That's why I was planning. I like to drive in the middle lane. It's pretty chilled. And I would say I want you guys to drive in the middle lane too. We could go to the left and push harder. We'll do that later. But we're just trying to stay chill. Fuel range is 232. We were up to 232. I'm sorry, 258, 257. Guy on the motorcycle was killed here. He was going about 110. Lost control. We're heading out of the city of Detroit. We're in one of these suburbs, Second Ebenezer Baptist Church. A lot of images you see on social media portray Detroit as a terrible area, but also there's some really beautiful areas too. A lot of homes have been torn down, but there's still so much to do. You can see some of the homes right now. But that's not what this is about today. We're about driving. Pulling outside of Metro Detroit. We're almost up to 8 Mile. Yeah, M&M, 8 Mile. This is East 7 Mile, East 8 Mile. We're taking 75 north to another expressway. There are multiple ways. You can take the 696, you can take 75 to 59, you can take 75 to the pier, we can take 75, go through Lake Orion, take it on 69. That speed limit is 75 miles an hour, but that's way out of the way. Okay, we're entering Oakland County. Lansing, Port Huron, 696, 2 miles. Well, I could continue on this. It does take a loop. Our fuel range is 227. We're still good. I think it's good that I'm taking these different expressways to show you what you need to do and what you need to learn. You don't want to mess with these trucks. Sorry about the road noise. In a small community called Hazel Park, near the Detroit Zoo. Buckle up every trip, every time. Fuel range is 226. I think I put in $25 in here. We want 696 east. You gotta know directions. This curve can get really dangerous in the wintertime. It gets really slick. A lot of cars have flipped and rolled over. And this can bring us, this is a big curve. Let me know. And then I'm looking over my shoulder. We're moving pretty good here. Now I'm gonna get out to the first lane. Should head back to Micro Center. I'm going to look at a build, computer build. '94 is 9 miles, so we kind of did a square. Took 94 to M10, Lodge M10 down to downtown Detroit. We're about 56 miles from Port Huron. I actually could take that over through Canada and come back down through the tunnel or the bridge to Detroit, Michigan if I wanted to do a square, but it's too much driving. Part of me wants to head over to Micro Center and see some of those, because I'm already halfway here. I don't get a chance to get out this much. I can take you guys with me on the journey. I'm gonna stay here in this lane, watching those cars. I'm probably gonna get off the expressway, go back in the other direction. This is a little nerve-wracking. See these cars merging out. You see that car moving slow. So this is real life here. And I'm not going real fast. They're going real slow. I'm at about 60. So I'm not far from Micro Center. I'm not really out here in this area this much. So I'm going to go back over there and check on prices again on a build that I'm looking for that we're going to upgrade for the channel in January of 2025. I want to take you guys along so you can see it. I'm on 696 going east, and then I'm going to end up going back around. I'm in Warren, Michigan, I believe. And then I'm going to turn around and take 696 in the opposite direction and get on 75 and get off at 14 Mile Road. We're going to head over to Micro Center, see my future computer build, and I want to ask some questions. Have them give me another printout. Okay, I really need to be going north on my, okay, I got to get over it. There's a lot going on, so you get a chance to see real life through here. So I have to go back. I'm gonna have to take mile north and then get back on the expressway and head the other direction. So you gotta know directions, north, south. And then I'm here. This is a nice little minivan. I'm not really into them, but that boy's tinted. Gray. I put a Hemi in there. Embarrassing people. Okay, so we've got to go across here. We're near the General Motors tank arsenal, I believe. A lot of semi trucks coming through this road. Really beautiful. This road's crazy, man. It's like a little race course. So yeah, we're gonna get back on. We're gonna get over to Micro Center, man. So I'm not over here this much. Okay. And to my right is the GM Tech Center. So you're gonna see a lot of experimental vehicles. Have to turn around. I couldn't ask for a better route for you guys to go on. This is a J-turn, so I'm gonna stay to the outside part. They have these in Michigan. This is the Michigan left. And then it's green, I'm looking. I'll go all the way over to the right. 696. I can't tell you the company I was working for, but I used to work for a company. We would have to do fuel checks, and then we would drive those experimental vehicles. Fuel range is 226. Yep, there's the. And then 696 toward Lansing. Okay, so we're going the right way. We want 696 west. We've got to know directions, team. These curves are nice, but they're terrifying too. Like, I'm enjoying this, but it's also scary because cars are going 70, 80, 90 and will cut me off. Or there could be an animal here or debris on the ground. Like that car that's broken down. That's a terrible place to break down. We will pass by the Detroit Zoo. get out to the first lane. Okay. This is real driving right here. So I'm at about 70. And then I gotta slow down. There's other smaller cities, Madison Heights, but we're going to keep you on the expressway because I want you to see the flow of the traffic. And then we're going to get over to Micro Center. I'm going to show you the future build that I'm thinking about, and we're going to have an update for the channel in 2025. So I just want to show you real life. We just popped in. We went to downtown Detroit, drove around the downtown area. We saw Atwater, Jefferson. We saw the Detroit River. We paused for a second in the Beauty. I actually went out in one way, had to do a 3-point turnaround. I thought I was stuck and had to pay for parking, but I was not. It's 38 degrees out, so it's cold. You also have to dress in layers. If your car has a flat tire, breaks down, you're going to be able to walk. So you can't have flip-flops on and a hoodie. You're going to freeze. I know a lot of you like, I'm young, I don't care. Well, you're going to freeze. You can still look nice. We're heading into Oakland County. It's one of the richest counties in the United States. It still should be. I'll check that and verify. I'm in the right lane because I'm not real familiar with this road, so I haven't been here in a while. And there's a traffic backup. Something's going on. So I'm just slowing down. I do not want to get hit. Car's tailgating me. So I need to take 75 north. And then we have to take 75 north to 14 Mile Road. This is an Amazon truck, fulfillment truck, so they're bringing your packages and gifts. We're a quarter of a mile from 75, so it doesn't make sense to cut off a truck, and I wouldn't do that either. This is kind of bonus footage. I will only drive you an hour. I wouldn't drive you like 2 hours unless you had a custom lesson. I'm worried about going too slow. I don't want to get cut off. So I'm just looking over my shoulder and get over. That flashing light kind of throws me off, but that's there for our protection. There is an Amazon, we're going the wrong way. There is an Amazon fulfillment center in Oakland County, I believe in Pontiac, but we're not near there. We're going to be taking 75 north toward Flint. Left lane ends, merge left. So, that's what it said. It said left lane in, merge left. It should have said right lane ends. We're almost in a city called Royal Oak. Really nice homes, very expensive. Nice schools. A friend named Jimmy. He played for Royal Oak Shrine. Really good basketball player. This was years ago. What's up, Jimmy? So, I'm cruising about 65. Our fuel range is 222. And we've been cruising about 70, 75. You know, chilling, not going 80 or 90. So I imagine if we had an EV, probably a little less range or a little more. I don't know. I don't have anything to go on that. Head over to one of my favorite places. It's called Micro Center. show you the build that I'm thinking about. This is a freshly built expressway, so you see how smooth it is, but this could be Cleveland, Ohio. This could be Ohio. This could be Tennessee, Mississippi. I want you to see the United States expressway system. This could be in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Barcelona, Spain. They have roads like this. In a moment, I have to get over to the right, but there's a car in my blind spot. Guide signs. So the next 5 exits are Troy. So I have to get off in 1 mile. So either I got to speed up and get over or fall behind this vehicle. I'm going to hit the gas, turn on my blinker. That's why you got to check your blind spot. Buckle up every time. Buckle up every trip, every time. What they said. Salvation Army. People donate cars to Salvation Army too. I don't know how good of a shape they're in. And that's a non-profit too. You're gonna really see a confusing road here in a moment. See that semi-truck driver had no blinker on. Yeah, I'm not over in Michigan much or the city, so we might as well stop by my favorite place, Micro Center. See how that build is gonna look. I can turn around if I want, but I'm just gonna wait till it's green. Hey, see, a car ran the light. See? Last time we were over here, we saw a Cybertruck. I made a video on it. I don't think they're open yet. Might not open at 10. It's okay. We're here. Might have to go over. They're not open at 10. It's 9:31. It's okay. We here. I can slip into Bob Evans, get a little meal. Woo! Eating good. Okay, so there's a Ford Bronco. It must not open at 10. Let's see, what time are they open? 10 a.m. So we got some time to kill. I'm gonna turn around. I normally don't park over here in this lot. I'm a little bit superstitious. What about you? All right. There's a Prius. And this is a good area to take clients too. A lot of tight little turns where you gotta master that steering. Got affordable housing over here for Madison Heights. Shout out to the principal at Madison Heights High School. I was taking classes this summer to become a principal. It's still in my mind, but I had to make some decisions about my personal life. But there's some really good people out here in the world, so I want to acknowledge the principal at Madison Heights High School. I drove her son this past summer and really encouraged me to follow my dreams. I'm going to move forward. I always pull up here away from people if you have a nice car, and then you could just walk over. So we have some time to kill, and there's Starbucks over there. The drive was really incredible to go and come into Michigan, go to downtown Detroit, see the Renaissance, see the Detroit River, drive around to see the economic development. Again, we're staying positive. Again, we're staying positive. We're not talking about negative. We could easily say the city's terrible. There's still abandoned homes. All cities go through that. Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C., Cleveland. But we saw some really beautiful buildings, and I had a chance to get all of you down there to show you how you should drive. If you have a flat tire, you got to know how to change it. If you get lost, you got to be able to reverse your route. Remember familiar buildings. You got to know how to do three-point turnarounds. You got to know how to parallel park. We saw Ford Field. Shout out to James Houston. The Lions did cut him. HBCU school, great guy. He'll get picked up. And then once he gets that next level coaching, he's going to come back. He's going to come back, and he's going to show the Lions. The Lions are 10-1. That's bringing a lot of economic development to the city. I'm in Oakland County, right outside of the Metro Detroit area. You see a lot of electric cars, beautiful trucks and vehicles. I'm at Micro Center. It doesn't open to 10. I'm already here. It doesn't make sense to travel 4 or 5 hours to get back. I'm here. I might as well just talk about it. We're going to do an AMD build. I'll take some pictures and post it. Our fuel range, we filled up 3/4 of the tank, about 280 miles. We're at 220. Do I have enough to get back? I'll probably have to fill up. We're almost at a half a tank. It just dropped down to 221. If I was in an electric vehicle, I would be okay. I would probably want to charge up for an hour or two and get back 300-mile range if I had an electric vehicle. Detroit does have a program where you can lease an EV for an hour, $5 an hour, or $50 for the day. I wanted to bring you that content. I deliberately left. I'm in the Midwest, from the Midwest, to come to Michigan, come to Detroit to make some content, to show you the vibe of the city, to kind of pause for a second, look at the beauty of the Renaissance. That they might tear that down. Okay, they might tear down the Renaissance because General Motors is going to move out. What a shame, but if the economic development and the people aren't there, then we have a building that's going to simply decay. There's a restaurant in the top called The Summit. I want to take the elevator. If we had more time, I would have parked in a safe spot and then got in the elevator, took it all the way up to the top, and then just had a coffee or something in the Summit and just made some content. I also have an enhanced license, so I can go over to Windsor. I've been wanting to do some driver's ed tutorials. So I drive through the tunnel, go through downtown Windsor, come back, take the bridge back. Incredible. So instead of thinking about doing it, just do it. Just like a lot of you want to do driver's education, or you're like, I'm 21, I'm 25. Do it. Let my videos motivate you. Let my videos encourage you, because me driving through all these areas brings back a lot of emotions, grit, toughness, nervousness, scared, fear, anxiety, because what if your car breaks down? What if you have a flat tire? What if I had an EV and I was low on charge, and I'm charging up my Cybertruck, my Model 3, Model Y, and then someone comes up. There's a company that has breakaway connectors. They got sued by Tesla, but then they changed the wording. So if I get an EV, hopefully, I would definitely have that, because you don't want random people walking up to you. That's the way I'm taught. I don't know how you're taught. I always want to have an out, have an exit. because you don't know what the intentions are of people around you. But to see the city, to see the energy, to see the environment is really spectacular. To see Ford Field and the Detroit Lions are 10-1. They play on Thanksgiving, and to be just near that and to know that the city is turning around. We saw some beautiful and also horrible buildings that are for sale that have probably quadrupled in price. We saw a 4 or 6 car garage type building, probably on the market for 650 to 700,000, could be more because it's in downtown Detroit by the water. And that building was probably built in the 30s or 40s. Beautiful brick, strong architecture, character, but definitely probably asbestos in there, and that's going to have to be taken care of properly. Or if it's sprayed over, you do not want. So you got to have a hazmat group in there. That's expensive. We saw some beautiful condos down there. The Detroit Riverwalk. It's really beautiful. And then I took Jefferson, got on 375, downtown Detroit, the Detroit Humane Society, then passed by the casino. I see so many electric vehicles now, it's crazy. And I see a Rivian truck, right? I'm just going to show you this. I know you think I'm just talking. See, there's a Rivian truck right there. A Tesla's on the other side. And we're in Oakland County, so it's not like we're in Wayne County. Detroit's in Wayne County, if you don't know. But EVs are more commonplace, and to get them, see a Tesla and a Rivian. If I had a choice, I would probably get a Tesla right now, get a used one for a really good price. I'm already out here. I'm not that far from a Tesla dealership, and I really should. I mean, we can make a trip all day, right? It's we got 19 minutes before Micro Center opens. I'm less than 10 miles, 5 miles away from Somerset Mall. That's a mall in Oakland County. They do have a Tesla dealership there, so I actually can come in and sit down in a Tesla. There's a Mach-E Mustang going by. You'll see it right now. Because I love technology, and many of you do. You like cars. You like to learn how to drive. So, and then you're going to really learn. So I'm not out here. Oh, it's my phone. My phone's getting ready to die. Oh, no. Okay, guys. Let's plug this boy in. So hold down. Hold up. Yes. Oh, my phone was on 4%. Okay, we're not going to end it yet. I'm going to deny access. Okay, so my phone was on 4%. So I've been recording for about 2 hours, 10 minutes, and just kind of giving you a perspective of life out here in the metro area, downtown Detroit area, learning how to drive. So there's so many things going on, and I just want to show you real life out here and give you a perspective. I do driver's education tutorials. I'm a state certified driving instructor. So God has put me here in his forefront. I'm trying to bring you real life. That's another EV right there. So I brought my cord with me, thank God, and trying to charge this thing up. But I want to give you a really rich perspective of what's going on and help you make decisions about driving education. Learn from these videos. A lot of you have left incredible comments, and I'm just blessed to be here in your presence. And it seems like a lot of you like these things. So I want to keep, if you like them, I'm going to keep making them. So there's another EV right there. That thing's about 80,000 though. That's the top of the line, the gray one. But I'm not far from Somerset Mall. There's a Tesla dealership in the mall. I've only been to Somerset maybe once 10 years ago. Oh, there's the Cybertruck, bro. Come on now, man. Come on. Y'all saw that. Okay. It's got a wrap on it. It's black. I've only seen 2 or 3 of those like this year. And just to go see one, we have to go. Because usually I'm really busy. I'm dropping off clients. I'm running here, running there, meeting. I'm off until Sunday. So I'm out here making these videos for you guys, edit them, throw some music behind it, really have you connect. So Cybertruck is usually about 120. You can get them for about 60K, 55K. And that's the lifestyle. The Cybertruck would be incredible for me, but very polarizing. So I'm just letting this thing charge up right now a little bit. And in 15 minutes, Micro Center will open up. And then I'm going to go in. My phone's running through the car right now, so it's on 4%. At least it won't die. Just enough to keep it going. We're at a very interesting type of connector. I'm not even gonna lie and tell you that I know what it is, because I don't. But I'm an automotive enthusiast. I love seeing these cars, trucks, and that's just who I am. And then Micro Center is starting to have their own YouTube channel, and they're pushing out content too. I still love the Hellcats and Trackhawks. They get stolen really quick. So I had an SRT truck, 426, awesome. Had a lifter failure, rebuilt the motor, made it 426, 500 horsepower. We sold it. So I need to get another vehicle. It might not be right now, but the Teslas are at such a good price. And those rebates, you know, 4,500, 4,400, credit is pretty good. Got a lot of debt off, paid some bills down. So it might be time to pull the trigger and get the one that I want. Not the top of the line, but kind of in the middle with good range. I'm gonna go there because I'm less than 15 minutes away from Somerset. So, but I want to say thank you all for just supporting, and we'll edit this up. And you tell me if you like this perspective where I'm kind of narrating, not want me to talk. But it's really been a really rich and fulfilling morning, me going to downtown Metro Detroit, seeing the Renaissance, the Detroit River, Windsor, right across, Jefferson, to see King High School, and for you guys just to see the area. And this is Oakland County, so we're right outside of Detroit. But what I'm going to do is try to get this phone charged up, and then when I get to the mall, I'm going to charge it up, and then we're going to go right into the Tesla dealership, and we're going to video, we're going to ask real life questions, and then I'll be able to get a chance to sit in one. I'm not saying I want to buy a Cybertruck. I'm not even going to lie and say, but I might be able to go on a test drive, and that would be crazy. But eventually I will test drive one. I've been in one through the area, but if your boy got a chance to drive a Cybertruck, I would just go crazy. Because how many times in your life do you get a chance to drive one of the most incredible vehicles in the world, that you're here in a metro area? They're not made here. They're made in Texas, I believe, and then they're shipped across the country. Thank you, truck drivers. And then you just order. It's paperless. and then you get a text, your truck or vehicle is ready. So they probably have a Cybertruck there. They do. And I'll be able to touch it, see it, sit in it. So, but I want to say thank you. I don't want to keep rambling on. I love you guys. And then we'll go live later and kind of talk about the things that we saw today. I want to say thank you. I love you and appreciate you. I'm going to let you go. Bye.